Hi guys, JP from FSI Panel. On this video, we will see together what needs to be done to fly your first training scenario using FSI Panel 2020 Advanced Edition. So the first thing to do is to make sure you have a push to talk button as well as a say again button. And let me show you that. You go to setup and under scenarios here, you have to first enable the push to talk. So make sure you enable the push to talk. And the other options you have right there is auto-tune next frequency on COM1 standby. So when ATC sends you to another controller, it will assign you a new frequency. So if you tick that box, FSI Panel will automatically set the new frequency in the standby window. You will have to transfer the frequency though. Next thing we want to do here is to select a push to talk button. So how to do that? Click on select button. And now you have your controller listed. You can see there that I have several controllers with the same name, these two. These are my Airbus TCA. So basically what you need to do is try to click on one and then use your button. So for me, I would like that button here. It's lighting up. As you can see, I'm holding my button, releasing my button. This is to basically identify the button that you want to use. If I would select the other one, then as you can see, even though I'm clicking on my controller right now, no lights are green, no buttons are green, sorry, so it means it's not the correct controller. So here, this is what I want. I have identified that the number 3 is the one I want to use, so then I can click on number 3. Done. Now we'll do the same for the say again button. Select, I will use the same controller, and I'm trying my say again button. I found it, it's number 9. So I click on number 9. That's it. Now the audio setup for ATC. Now only text, you will never get any voice, so I don't think this is what you want. Only voice. You will not get the blue window with the backup instruction. So in the beginning, what I suggest you to do, go voice and text, and later you could just go only voice. That's completely up to you. So I suggest you to go voice and text initially, and now you can decide where you want the ATC to be played. So if you don't want to go too much into detail, just select your primary sound driver. This is the volume of the ATC that you can adjust. And finally, just test the audio. And you're done for this part. This is working. Another thing you want to do maybe is the flows. If you want to use the cockpit flows on the Advanced Edition, again, just go to Options. And you can see the cockpit flows here. So either you can choose a joystick button or a keyboard combination. So if you still have a joystick button, it's exactly the same procedure. And if you want to use a keyboard combination, I'll show you that right now. So you click here and then you get the instruction. Do you want to set a keyboard keys combination instead of a joystick button? I will say yes. And I would like Control Shift F11. So just hold Control Shift F11 on my keyboard. This is what I want, save. So now you can see that Control Shift F11 is what is my assignment for the cockpit flows. Back to the scenarios. Now we have set up everything there. Before you fly your first scenario, you need to import it. And it's very important that you do that with MSFS not running, because FSI Panel needs to install the weather file. So if you install the weather file with MSFS running, then you will not see it in the menu and you cannot fly it right away your scenario. So open the scenario manager. Now you select your aircraft. So let's say I would like a PMDG 777-300ER flight. Now I will select, for example, American Airlines 688. I get a summary of what it is. This is beginner. It's not that difficult. There will be some light failure. It's voice enabled. The airport of origin is Kennedy. Cruising altitude is flight level 340 and we need to start at gate Alpha 47. Here we have some more information about that scenario. And what options you have right there is open lesson plan. So if you click on open lesson plan, you will get a comprehensive lesson plan with the weather, NOTAMs, and all the instructions for that scenario. So that's something you want to read. And if you want surprise, just read the first part to position the aircraft correctly, and then let FSI Panel surprise you. Next thing that you can do is the SimBrief flight plan. So if you click on SimBrief flight plan, your sim brief will open automatically, and FSI panel will populate all the informations for you for this flight. So you can see now that I have New York to Miami. Everything has been populated. I have the 777 right there. I have the cruising level. Everything is set. So here, just click Generate Flight. Here we go. That is to be imported into your 777 EFB. However, we are not going to use the wind import and things like that. I will show you that later, because we are not using real live weather, and the FMS, the 777 FMS and other add-ons as well, are picking up the wind information from the live weather, and we are flying a training scenario with its own weather preset file. So do not import in the FMS winds. All right, let's go back in FSI panel. We have done that. Now we can download the scenario. When I download the scenario, I click on it, and then I get weather preset installed and scenario added to your database. Now the scenario shows in green, as you can see. It means it's installed. So from there, I'm ready now to start the simulator and to fly the training scenario. So we will try that scenario. So I need to position the aircraft in Kennedy Alpha 47. So let's do that now. I can close that, close FSI panel for now, and start the simulator. So I see you when the simulator has started. All right, here we are in the simulator. So I will go on world map. I will select the 777. I'm going to fly with American Airlines, of course. This is an American Airlines flight, so I'm selecting the correct American Airlines livery. And now this is where it's important. If we look in the lesson plan, you can see in the beginning here, airport information, initial setup, KGFK, gate 47, and the weather preset, American Airlines 688. So let's go there and do that. So select departure, KGFK. We want the gate 47. It's right there. I check on Navigraph. Set as departure. Now I need to select the weather file. So do not go live, go preset. And now look for FSI American Airline 688. American Airline 688. Good. So now we have the correct weather file. Now you can change your time of flying. The scenario says 9 a.m. So this is up to you. I will select something like 9:56. That's good. And now I click fly. All right, let's see what happened. All right, sim is ready. I click on ready to fly, and I should be at gate 47. Here we go. And I will not do anything at all in the cockpit. You can see I just loaded the aircraft. We have everything wrong in the fuel. So we don't need to do anything here, as this specific scenario is the first Boeing 777 PMDG fully supported training scenario. You can fly the others, but you will have to import yourself the weather. Sorry, not the weather, the flight plan. You will have to insert the flight plan yourself and everything. Now I will show you the full setup, which will be the case on the next scenario as well. So right now we just loaded the aircraft. We are at the gate 47. And the only thing I need to do now is start FSI panel and start the scenario. So let's do that. Okay, here we are. FSI panel has started. We can see Kennedy. The runway doesn't matter there. And we have the PMDG 777-300ER. So that's good. Now what you want to do, click on training scenario. On the training scenario, you can find the GFK Miami. That's a first test that I've done before. So this is the last one I have imported, GFK Miami. And the only thing I need to do now is click on start training here, and everything will start. If you want to do the cockpit by yourself, untick that. If you don't want any failure, just tick here and you will not get any failure. But the failure on that scenario is something very easy to manage. So I would advise you just to try it this way and follow the checklist. So I click on start training. We see in the sim what happened. Here we are in the simulator. Now FSI panel tells you that it's downloading the scenario ATC pack. And now the cockpit will be set. So look at how much time you need to be fully ready. Right now the cockpit is loaded. And we just give some time. Do not touch anything. Now the weight, as you can see in the right FMC, is set as per the lesson plan. And finally, we get the information that American Airlines 688 scenario starts now. Contact delivery. Acknowledge. Now you will hear a ding dong from the cabin showing that everything is ready, and off we go. So basically now everything is set for you. You have the flight plan, you have the performance, so you can just check everything. What you want to do, well, if you want to, is to go to the electronic flight bag. Remember, we have generated the flight and request the data from SimBrief. And now you have your flight ready. What you should not do is import any wind. Do not go into route data and request the wind data. The wind data has been inserted already there. So if you import the new wind, the new performance, the new descent wind, so if you go to here, forecast, and now you request new winds, those winds figure are the one from the preset file. If you import new wind, you will get the information from live weather, which might be completely different. Again, another thing, do not request ATIS or do not request METAR when you're flying. This is not going to work. You're going to get the live weather again and not the scenario weather. If you want the real weather, if you want to know what the weather will look like, just pick up your lesson plan. And in the lesson plan, you can see the weather. So this is the weather you're expecting today at departure, destination, and alternate. As well, the ATIS is always available in the FSI panel on 123.45. So if you play the ATIS, remember that you're on ground at Kennedy. The ATIS that you will play is the departing ATIS, sorry. Once you get airborne and in distance, if you play 12345, you will get the destination ATIS. And should you divert after a go-around, and by ATC instruction, you will get the diversion airport weather. So if we click on the ATIS, now we will get the ATIS information.
Departing runway 31 left, landing runway 22 left.
As easy as that. So now basically we have the weather. Sorry, the scenario is imported. Here you have your route. You can check your flight plan. Everything is as per the scenario. And once you're ready to start, then everything is already done. You just have to contact delivery. Normally, delivery frequency is already pre-selected, and this is the ramp control. So you will be guided now by the ATC. So let me show you, for example, I will request now the clearance, and you will understand that it's quite easy. All right, so let's request the clearance to Miami. We are ready. So my frequency is correct. I will use my push-to-talk button. Kennedy delivery, good morning. American 688, stand Bravo 47, ready to pick up IFR to Miami. Information Foxtrot.
American 688, morning. You're cleared Miami. Pacifies runway 31 left, Kennedy 5 departure. Done a C climb. Climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Squawk 4105 and your departure frequency 135.9.
Roger, clear Miami as filed. Kennedy 5 departure, runway 31 left, corner C climb. Climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Initially expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Squawk 4105 and departure frequency 135.9 for American 688.
American 688, readback is correct. When ready for push and start, contact ramp control 129.2. Have a good day.
Roger, 129.2. Bye-bye. Okay, 290.2, as you can see, very straightforward. Now 129.2 is pre-selected. I go ahead, and now I will show you the flow quickly as we did it in the video in the beginning. So let's request push with GS6. Prepare for pushback and departure with American Airlines. And here we are going now to use the cockpit flows. So let's say now, this is completely optional if you want to use the flow or not, but as I talked about it at the beginning of the video, I will show you that right now. So I'll use my Control-Shift F11 that I've set before, and you can see that the flow windows is there. I want a before start flow. So I'll just click on before start, And now my first officer, as you can see, is pressurizing hydraulic, setting the fuels. So it's doing the the before start as per the FCOM. So now if we go checklist, we can just check flight deck door is closed and lock, MCP. We have everything done by FSI panel. Just check that everything is set. Takeoff speed, same thing. It should be all set by FSI panel. CDU pre-flight is completed. Trim, we're supposed to have 4.75, 4.5. So here you can adjust a little bit. It's good, 4.75. Taxi and takeoff briefing, and so on. Done. So I use the flow, as you can see, very straightforward. After start, you can use the after start flow and so on. There will be another video about the flows, but here I'm showing you just the training scenario to start flying it. So once you're ready for push, we have the correct frequency right now, 129.2. So let's request push. RAM control, good morning, American 688, Bravo 47, we're ready for push.
American 688, RAM control, good morning. Push and start approved. Nose to the right, and when ready for taxi, contact ground 121.9.
Roger, push and start approved, and nose to the right, and ground 119, bye-bye. All right, we got the pushback clearance, so nose to the right, here we go. Release parking brake. And here we go. Pushing, and then you just have to contact ground. Frequency has been preselected for you if you have ticked the option, and you will get taxi instruction. That's about it. This is how to fly a training scenario using FSI panel. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any question or comment, please drop it in the section down below. Stay safe and please subscribe to the channel. See you very soon. Bye-bye.